All right, let's talk about one of the trickiest spots for English learners, the present continuous versus the present simple. You know, I am doing versus I do. It seems so small, but getting it right can completely change what you're saying. So today, we're going to clear it all up for good.
So, right out of the gate, which one sounds right to you? She's learning Italian or she learns Italian? Does knowing she wants to work in Italy help you decide? It's a little confusing, right? This is exactly the kind of puzzle we're going to solve. By the time we're done here, you'll know the answer, and more importantly, you'll know why it's the answer.
Okay, let's kick things off with the number one most important rule. Seriously, it all boils down to this. Are we talking about something that's happening right now or something that happens in general? If you can get this one idea down, you've already solved most of the battle.
So here it is, side by side. Think of the present continuous, the ing one, for things that are in progress. They've started, but they haven't finished yet. But the present simple, that's your go-to for things that are generally true, like facts or habits, stuff that just is.
Here's a perfect example. If someone says, "What are you doing?" they mean at this very second. The action is happening as they speak. It's immediate.
Now let's flip that. What do you usually do at weekends? See the difference? This isn't about right now. It's about a routine, a habit. It's about your weekends in general. That's a textbook case for the present simple.
You know, that idea of a general truth can feel a little vague. So let's make it super concrete with an example you can't argue with. Think about a big scientific fact.
This number is part of a fact. Every single day, the population of the world increases by about 200,000 people. We say increases, present simple, because it's an ongoing, permanent truth about our planet. It's not just happening for a little while.
All right, so on to our second big rule. This is another really useful way to look at it. You just have to ask yourself, is this situation temporary or is it pretty much permanent?
And here's the breakdown. The present continuous is just perfect for those temporary situations, things we know are probably gonna end. On the other hand, the present simple is for things that feel permanent, stable, or at least very long-term.
Check out this sentence. The phrase, "until I find a place of my own," is a massive clue. It tells you this is just for now, it's temporary. And that is why we say, "I'm living."
And now for the complete opposite. My parents live in London. That just feels permanent, doesn't it? It feels stable. The next sentence even proves it. They have lived there all their lives. For that kind of settled, long-term situation, we use the present simple.
Okay, time for a really interesting one. A little exception to the rules. You know, English is full of these, but this one's actually kind of fun. It's what I like to call the annoyance rule, and it's all about adding emotion.
So, when you use the present continuous with the word always, like I'm always doing something, you're not just saying it happens a lot. What you're really saying is that it happens too much, and you're probably a little frustrated by it. It's basically a complaint.
Can't you just feel the frustration here? I'm always losing them. That little ing adds the emotion of, ugh, why does this keep happening to me? It's so different from just saying, I always lose my keys, which is just a neutral fact.
Here's another great example. He's always complaining doesn't just mean he complains often. It means he complains way too much, and it's getting on the speaker's nerves. You can really feel that irritation. It's a powerful little trick.
Okay, we've gone over the rules, so now it's your turn. Let's do a quick practice round. I'll show you a sentence with a blank, and you figure out which tense to pop in there. Ready?
Okay, first one. The verb is go. So what do you think? Is this something happening for a short time, or is it more like a permanent fact of the universe?
And the answer is goes. Of course. Why? Because it's a permanent scientific fact. It's a general truth, so it's got to be the present simple. Nice work if you got that one.
All right, next up, we've got the verb argue and the word always. Think back to that special exception, that annoyance rule. What's the feeling here?
You got it. They're always arguing. This is our special rule in action. It's not just a fact, it's a complaint. It means they argue way too much, and it's a problem. We're showing our frustration.
So, we've covered a bunch of ground.
Let's wrap it all up with a super simple tool, a little mental checklist you can use whenever you're stuck. This is the key thing to remember from all this.
It really just comes down to these questions. First, ask yourself, is this happening right this second, or is it just a general thing? Second, does this feel temporary, or does it feel permanent? And then there's the bonus question, am I actually just complaining about this? If you run your sentence through that little filter, you're going to get it right almost every single time.
And that takes us all the way back to the very beginning. Kate wants to work in Italy, so she's learning Italian. Now you know exactly why it has to be is learning. Is it a temporary project for her, or a permanent state of being? With the tools you have now, the answer should be crystal clear. Thanks for tuning in.